So this is part two of the parasocial problems reading I just did. Um, but I think part of the other issue is that because like the nature of self is so transitory, but the nature of a digital footprint is so eternal, there's always going to be like a mismatch of energies, right? I threw this fucking shit with the Five of Swords here because there's like this like weird finality of like, okay, you post it online, then it's there forever. um, but like, I feel like so eternally different from shit that I might have posted like this time last year when I was experiencing, um, like gang stalking and stuff like that. Like, there were things that I had to say for the sake of my protection that I didn't necessarily align with. Or just the nature of me doing, card readings. A lot of people, there's like some of the readings I will say that I do resonate with a lot. But that's kind of like my job as a reader, as to interpret like meaning from the cards, and I find the best way to do that is through the lens of my personal experience. So they're always going to resonate with me a little. Um, but this stuff just gets out of hand. It really gets out of hand. Um, and I think the craziest part for me is just kind of like how casually people will kind of like pick parts of the presentation of the brand to permanently align their perception of me with. And so in some people's eyes, I'm always this one type of person. Um, but that could have been something I said like impulsively or purposely lying, like as a joke, because um, this is like a brand for me. Uh, that's the thought I had before, that I think there's less of a problem with it when it comes to celebrities, because people are more easily able to perceive a celebrity's work from the celebrity themselves, with exceptions, right? Like, I mean, this is an issue that goes all the way up, and like some celebrities really do, face the same problem in worse degrees, right? But I think that there's more of an understanding of that thing. Like, people are able to separate the art from the artist. But when it's like, um, I've kind of experienced with my work, is that people kind of assume that they're the same thing. And it's something that I've worked with a lot. Before I was a tarot reader, I was a VTuber on Twitch. So I had an entire character that I worked through. And I did a lot of work to develop that character. Initially, I picked a character that I didn't completely align with, and it created like a lot of like issues with me. And so it was, in working with the Garth Godot brand, a lot of work to like make sure that this is a brand that I can step into and step away from and feel like a connection to, but it's like a character, right? And some people, that's like mind blowing. It's like, oh my god, you're a character? Yes, bitch. My name is not Garfield on my birth certificate, bitch. But tell that to the people shouting Garfield at me across the street trying to see if I'll turn my head in the doctor's office. Like, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. It's weird stuff. And so it's like things that I'm saying, right? I'm just very good at this lens. And not to say that this lens of myself is inauthentic, because it's my creation. And so I am very much tied to everything I create, and even this identity I'm deeply intrinsically tied to. But the nature of that is so personal, right? Um, and I'm grateful, and I can tell because like there's friends who I have from the past who can tell when it's a bit and when it's not. And I think what is a source of real suffering is that like there's a lack of understanding that something can be authentic but not true, or something can be true and not authentic. And I kind of don't even really want to get into that fully, because I just want, like, if you get that, that's awesome. I'm sorry, you're probably experiencing something similar to me. If you don't understand that, then it might speak to like something that you might not have noticed about how you interact with people online. There's like a real danger to giving absolute full access to anyone, but especially a stranger. And so there's ways in connection, in content creation, that there needs to be a little bit of a wall to like maintain sanity, but it's like a careful construction of that wall, that like the wall itself doesn't create more madness. And so there's an air of mystery, or there should be an air of mystery as you approach someone online, of like how much of this is real and how much of this is fake. But it's that same kind of mysterious air which like brings success for the, you know, for the average content creator. Lots of success. It's almost like the more success you get from having an online persona, the more stress it builds in the aspects of yourself that are separate from that. And I think the best way you can survive that is to take or to learn lessons about yourself in the ways that you differ from how you present yourself in different situations. Because I'm speaking as a content creator, but like as you move through the world and you try to move from an authentic space of tapping into your nervous system and your spirituality, you'll find that you present in different ways in different situations. And it like grows into this understanding of being like a multiplicitous thought form, but it also grows into the sense of isolation and knowing that there's so many parts of yourself that won't find a way to surface because people are too fixated on what is clearly in front of them, and they're unwilling, unable to really do the work to like genuinely get to know you. And that's a type of stress that really bogs me down, even when people are really trying to do their best to connect to me on some level, because like it's on some level I feel like I can't be connected to like this.